Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series on sensors and transducers. I am Professor Kiran Kumar N. Hittangi, working as an assistant professor in E&E department, KLS VDIT, Haryana. So we'll be discussing module 4 today, lecture number 29. So in the previous lecture, we discussed about data transmission when there is a longer distance involved, which is generally termed as telemetry. Okay, so we discussed about basic telemetering system. We drew the block diagram of it and we understood it. Okay, so later we discussed about various telemetering systems such as voltage telemetering system, current telemetering system, and ratio telemetering systems. So in today's lecture, we will be studying about signal modulation techniques like frequency modulation and amplitude modulation. And also we will be understanding briefly about modem. Okay. So the learning outcome of this lecture will be, at the end of this lecture, students will be able to understand signal modulation techniques, okay, such as frequency and amplitude modulations. So to begin with signal modulation can be, we can call it as changing the signal. Okay, so in general terms, we can say changing the signal. Okay, to better understand signal modulation, we will take the example of a radio station. Okay, so the audio recorded or the voice gen or the voice signal produced in the in the radio station needs to be transmitted to the very long distance. Okay, in that case what happens, the audio signal generated will be having a very low frequency. Okay, so when this low frequency signal cannot be transmitted for longer distances, so that is the one major issue. And if you want to transmit this low frequency signal for longer distance, the antenna size will be very huge. So it may be in terms of kilometers also. Okay, so because of these disadvantages, uh, this low frequency signal is not directly transmitted or broadcasted. So instead what we are going to do is, we are going to add this low frequency signal with the carrier signal. This carrier signal is nothing but a high frequency signal, sinusoidal signal. Okay, so low frequency signal is added with the high frequency carrier wave, and it is later transmitted to the desired distance. Okay, so when it is added with the carrier wave, so it can be transmitted to the very longer distances. And one more thing is, antenna size will also get reduced. Okay, so this adding of audio signal to the carrier signal is called as modulation. Okay, so this modulation is nothing but adding the message signal or our useful signal to with the high frequency carrier signal. So this is modulation. So in electronics and telecommunication, modulation is the process of adding low frequency signal with a high frequency carrier signal so that the information can be transmitted to longer distances effectively. So we can have three type of modulations possible: frequency modulation, amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, amplitude modulation, and another one is phase modulation. Okay, so most radio systems in 20th century used FM and AM modulation techniques for radio broadcasting. Okay, a modulator is a device that performs modulation. Okay, it means audio signal is added with the carrier signal, so that is done by a modulator. Okay, and demodulator is nothing but it does the reverse thing, so it removes the carrier signal from the useful signal, that is our audio signal. So that is demodulation, and the circuit is called as demodulator. Okay, so later a modem. So a modem is nothing but it is a modulator and a demodulator. Okay, it will perform the actions of both modulator as well as demodulator. Then what is the use of signal modulation? So we just understood antenna size gets reduced. Okay, and we can send the signal or we can transmit the signal to very longer distance, uh, that is communication range increases, no signal mixing occurs. Okay, so no mixing of signal occurs, and signal reception quality improves. Signal reception is nothing but the signal received by the output device, its quality will increase. Okay, so quality reception means we can say, if you take an example of a TV, if you are if you are getting a clear picture without any glitches, that is called as good quality reception. Okay, so in that way signal reception quality will also improve if we modulate the low frequency signal and send it. Okay, so we just discussed the types, the various types of sine wave modulations are amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, and phase modulation. So we mainly concentrating on amplitude and frequency modulations here. Okay, so to begin with the amplitude modulation, so this is the figure 1 showing the amplitude modulation uh, steps. Okay, so this is our this is our message signal or the audio. For example, we'll take this as a audio signal. Okay, so this is my audio signal or message signal. Okay, this signal I want to transmit. Okay, so as the frequency of the signal is low, what I need to do, I need to add this signal with the high frequency carrier wave. Okay, so when I add my message signal with the carrier wave, the amplitude of the carrier wave is converted in the form of message signal. So means amplitude of the carrier wave is going to change according to the amplitude of the message signal. So that you can see, this is the modulated wave. So its amplitude has been changed, and it totally depends on the amplitude of the message signal. Okay, so this is our modulated wave, and this is going to be transmitted. Okay, so the process by which amplitude of a carrier wave is varied in accordance with the modulating signal is called amplitude modulation. So our message signal is also called as what? Modulating signal, or it is the signal which is to be modulated, okay, which is undergoing modulation. Okay, next, the function of modulation is to mix the modulating signal with the two waves in such a way that signal A, that is modulating signal, is transmitted along with the B, that is carrier wave. So both are added together and transmitted. Then what are the limitations of amplitude modulation? So the operating range is low, okay, poor efficiency, audio quality is poor, and reception is little bit noisy. So that's why we generally go for what? Frequency modulation, right? So now we will discuss about frequency modulation. So it is very similar to amplitude modulation. So this is our message signal, or you can say modulating signal, means signal which is undergoing modulation. Okay, so uh, this is our modulating signal. So now again, this is a low frequency signal. So that is why, in order to transmit this low frequency signal, I am going to add this with the high frequency carrier wave. Okay, so when I add this with the carrier wave, in frequency modulation, what happens? Frequency of the carrier wave is converted in accordance with the frequency of the modulating wave. Okay, so you can see here, when modulating wave is added with the carrier wave, the frequency of the modulated wave will be totally dependent on the frequency of the modulating signal. Okay, and this is transmitted, okay, to the longer distance. So here frequency is varied. Okay, in frequency modulation, frequency of the carrier wave changes in accordance with the modulating signal, and in amplitude modulation, what happens? Amplitude of the carrier wave changes in accordance with the modulating signal. This is the major difference. Okay, so the process by which frequency of a carrier wave is carried in accordance with the modulating wave is called as frequency modulation. The process of frequency modulation is shown in the figure. We just saw it. Okay. So what are the advantages of frequency modulation over amplitude modulation? So we can have a better audio quality. Okay. Higher transmission efficiency and reception will be noiseless. Okay. So quality of the reception will be good. Okay. So now we will be discussing about modem. Okay. So modem, uh, we we have already understood that modem consists of both modulator as well as demodulator. So here we can see there is a modulator circuit as well as there is a demodulator circuit present in a modem. So then demodulator means we already know demodulator is uh, the reverse operation of a modulator, correct? So demodulator, what it does, it separates the modulating signal from the carrier signal, correct? So now we'll consider, now we'll let us say that the modem has been connected to a CPU. Okay, so CPU or a computer. Okay, so now we have connected this modem to a computer. Okay, so we are very much well known with the modems, okay, which we use it for internet purpose. Okay, to have a internet connectivity, uh, broadband internet connectivity, we use modems. Okay, so consider that the modem has been connected to the computer. Okay, so now we'll see, we will understand the modulator operation. Okay, so when there is a requirement, when there is a modulation happening and when there is a demodulation happening. Okay, so consider that now you are uploading some data to the server. Okay, so now you are transferring the data from your computer to the server. Okay, so now what happens, initially the digital data will be present in the computer. So the digital data is present in the computer is converted into analog. Okay, so digital data is converted into analog data. So then it is converted into analog signal. Now this analog signal is low frequency signal. So now it undergoes what? Modulation using modulator circuits. Okay, so it is modulated. So means the useful information or the data is added with the high frequency carrier signal. So later it is filtered out, and if its strength is less, so it is amplified and then it is transmitted, and it is transmitted to the server. Okay, so this is the modulation operation. Okay, now we will understand demodulation operation. So the requirement of demodulation comes into picture when you are downloading some data from the server, okay, to the CPU or a computer. Okay, so when you are downloading the data from the server, so data has been transmitted from the server to up to the modem. Okay, so data is transmitted to the modem first. So the data transmitted will be obviously it will be in the form of analog. Okay, it is in the it is analog signal. Okay, so now first we receive the analog signal, means modem will receive the analog signal, it will filter it out. Okay, so after that, if the signal strength is low, we need to amplify that analog signal. Okay, so when the analog signal is amplified, now we need to extract the useful data from the transmitted signal. Okay, because we know that it is a modulated signal. The signal or the data sent from the server is a modulated signal, means it will have a carrier wave also with it. Okay, so that's why what we need to do, we need to remove the carrier wave from the useful signal. So that is done by demodulator circuit. So once we separate out the useful signal or the useful data, that that useful signal, which is in the form of analog, is converted into digital form, and that digital signal is sent to the CPU. Correct? So this is how modem will do both the modulator as well as demodulator operations. Okay, so it will act as both a modulator as well as demodulator. So we understood modem is a acronym for modulator and demodulator. Okay, modem is a device that converts data from digital computer signals to analog signals that can be sent over a phone line. This is called as modulation. Okay, the analog signals are then converted back to digital data by the receiving modem. This is called what? Demodulation. Okay. Okay. A modem is fed with digital information in the form of ones and zeros from the CPU. The modem then analyzes this information and converts it into analog signals. So that analog signal can be sent over a telephone line. Okay, when modem receives the analog signal, okay, so it converts it back to the digital data and sends it to the receiving CPU. Okay, so this is the working of the modem. So summarizing the things what all we discussed. Okay, we studied about modulation. So we understood that when a low frequency signal needs to be transmitted for a longer distance, best example is audio signal from a radio station. So a low frequency audio signal cannot be transmitted for longer distance, and if you want to transmit it at low frequency, the antenna size will also be huge. So in order to avoid it, we what we do is we add that signal with the high frequency carrier wave and send it. So that is called as modulation. While in the receiving end, while receiving that audio signal, what we do is we remove the carrier wave from the useful audio signal and we take it. Okay, so that is called as demodulation. Okay, so in the modulation we have amplitude, frequency and phase modulation techniques. So we discussed the two important modulations, amplitude as well as frequency modulation techniques. Okay, later we also studied what is modem, which is module which has both modulator circuit as well as demodulator circuit. Okay, so the possible questions which can be asked on this discussion will be: explain amplitude and frequency modulation with relevant diagrams. And another possible question can be: explain modem. So this is the reference textbook. Thanks for watching this video.